In the 13 years that I've been on YouTube, and even when I've not been on YouTube, I've studied hundreds of channels over the years, and there's a growing trend at the moment which is kind of scary. And that is people viewing their audience on YouTube, their community, as purely a cash grab. I've seen a lot of channels grow their audience very quickly, huge amounts of subscribers in a short space of time, but they're in danger of losing their audience. One thing you've got to remember on YouTube is, yes, you can grow very quickly, but what goes up can also go down. Now, I'm seeing some channels at the minute where all they're doing after growing very quickly is sell, sell, sell. If all your channel is a sales pitch to people, they're going to get turned away very quickly. Rather concerningly, I've seen some channels recently making like apology videos where they've had backlash, and then a couple of days later, they're literally back to the same scam techniques. Now, a scam to me is somebody who doesn't really know about YouTube, selling a course about YouTube, and what's even worse would be if that course is a case study, whereas it's, I don't know anything about YouTube. You can pay thousands of pounds to come on my journey learning about how I'm learning about YouTube. Here's an idea to anyone who's willing to pay for that course. Where it becomes dangerous on YouTube is if you lose sight of what YouTube is. And first of all, that's about building a community. No one is entitled to the community they have. And just as quickly as you can grow on YouTube, you can also damage that beyond repair and you'll have nothing left. So these people, like I say, very pleased for them, they're growing an audience, but the danger comes when you only see your audience as a cash grab. You're not at millions of subscribers, you've grown a few thousand, 20,000, sometimes even 50,000 subscribers. That's amazing. But if you then turn your channel in, and I call these people car salespeople who've discovered YouTube, can see right through them that their only goal on YouTube is to sell you something. Where is the value in that? Not everyone can afford to buy a course. I'm not against courses. I'm not against consultancy. I think it's great, but you have to do it ethically, and ethically means, one, it has to have value. So you have to be offering your subscribers value. And for those people who can't afford to pay or won't pay, you also have to be offering people value to say subscribe to your YouTube channel, because you are not entitled to keep those people there. And I've seen this starting now, which is, I was actually going to make a video about this, it's kind of controversial, where people's subscribers are actively turning away from them. And that's because nobody wants to be like, I want to start a YouTube channel, and then they subscribe to someone and all that they're getting is they're being sold. And an example of this would be, I hate going into a shop, and I avoid shops where, you know, when you walk into them, someone's going to come and bother you right away. I remember when I was going to buy my laptop years ago, I wanted to spend thousands of pounds on a laptop for video editing. I went to one shop and I just got harassed. And I was like, do you know what? Just forget it. I wanted to look around. I wanted to explore, learn at my own pace of what, make my own decision. And because I was getting harassed so much about, oh, do this, do that, do you want to buy this? And now if we get you signed up today, I was like, do you know what? Just forget it. I'll go somewhere else. Actually, I ended up buying it online, but that's another story. If you're running your YouTube channel like a salesperson, a car salesperson, you're going to fail. You're not entitled to that audience. They will abandon you eventually, whether it's now. Some of these channels now are discovering this. They're starting to panic. They're making videos about apology videos that aren't really apology videos, because they make half an hour long videos saying what they did was wrong, and then the next video is a cash grab, and the video after that is a Black Friday cash grab. And I did really think, do I want to make this video? But when you see the money that these people are taking off people who I would say are vulnerable, because when you're selling to people and saying, I will guarantee that you're going to be successful on YouTube, and you're making nearly £100,000 from these people, a very small number of people, to me that is scary. Now, I couldn't sleep at night because something these people, the people who tell you YouTube's in easy mode, won't tell you. YouTube's very hard. I've been on the platform for 13 years. I've had some successes, I've had some failures, I've run multiple channels, I've worked for numerous different YouTubers. You can have a channel that's got 1 million subscribers, and you can find out very quickly that if you piss them off, you're going to be left with absolutely nothing. What can you do if you want to make money on YouTube? My advice is, first of all, understand that YouTube is not a shop, okay? YouTube is a place where you build a community, and when you grow a community in the future, there might be opportunities where some people maybe will be interested in buying a course. Some people may be interested in having a consultancy call. Some people may be interested in affiliate links and things like this. But do not treat your audience as buy, because I've seen this happen before. I'm seeing it happen now, and I didn't expect it to happen quickly. But one thing you shouldn't take for granted is your viewers are not thick. People can see right through it when your only interest is pound signs in the eyes. You see subscribers as money, money, money. Look, like I said, I'm not against people making money. I think we all want sustainable businesses where you can make money. That's great. If you're going to shove it in people's faces and say you made hundreds of thousands of pounds in a very short space of time, your audience may turn against you, and you're also going to open yourself up to criticism. Now, there are multiple examples of this in particular at the moment. I'm not singling anyone out, and most people will probably think, why are you making this video? It's not really relevant. But it kind of upsets me a little bit to see that these people who are vulnerable, they're willing to pay thousands of pounds for a shortcut which doesn't exist. YouTube's hard. It's probably one of the hardest jobs you'll ever apply for. It doesn't matter how good you are, if you've got the best equipment, the best video editor, whatever shortcuts people might tell you, YouTube is hard work. There is no such thing as easy mode. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to learn how to do all the things like lighting, sound, camera, research. Of course, there's easy ways to do things. As you learn, you get better, but it doesn't matter. And there's examples of this. People say, use the best title and thumbnail. But then there's other channels right now that are growing that are using trash thumbnails, trash titles, trash videos, but they're growing massively. I'm not saying they're trash, but I just mean in terms of people say you must have the best thumbnail, you must have the best lighting, you must have the best title. Not everything on YouTube is an exact science, okay? So, one, if you are a YouTuber now who's had success very quickly, my advice to you is stop seeing your audience as a cash grab. You need to build a community first. Do not treat your audience as pound signs. And secondly, if you're a viewer of one of these channels and you're willing to get involved in these kinds of scams because you think it's going to be a shortcut to get into growing your YouTube quickly, do not fall for it. They are scams. These kinds of scams have existed for a long period of time, where people will say, you can earn X amount of money, this is really easy. These are things you've got to watch out for. If someone tells you something's easy, if someone tells you you're going to make this much money for doing no work, that is a scam. Like I said, YouTube is hard. No part of doing YouTube in any way, shape or form is easy, okay? Anyone who tells you any different to that is a liar. Of course, there are people who come along, they grow really quickly, but they fizzle out. And I'm seeing it happen now because, beware, YouTube is a community first. It's not a shop. It's not a sales pitch. It's not easy money. I just wanted to say it because it worries me that people are getting involved in these scams and being hooked in and pulled in. Just don't do it. If you're considering easy way to make money, there's other ways you can make money in life. They're a lot easier than doing YouTube, okay? A trending video that I've seen recently, quite a lot from multiple creators, is that YouTube is now in easy mode. Woohoo! Let's all get rich. But let's unpack this now, because in my experience in life and on YouTube, working with other creators, working on multiple channels, there is no such thing as easy mode on YouTube. YouTube is one of the hardest things that you can do. It's very complicated. There's a certain amount of luck that comes into it. People will say, there's this little secret. If you buy my course, it's thousands of pounds. I'll tell you it and you'll get rich quick. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that for anyone. There's lots of people who've been on the platform since it started. I've seen channels that have been on there for 18, 19 years. They've only just hit 1,000 subscribers. Of course, you can learn, you can try and do your best, but There is no such thing as easy mode. Now, these creators who will tell you that YouTube's in easy mode do not know anything about YouTube. They are scammers, because usually you'll see when you go to the channel, all they're going to try and do is sell you a course, try and get money from you. What they don't tell you is how much hard work goes in to just learning basic things: thumbnails, titles, video editing, filming, lighting, using a microphone. I've worked in television. I went to college, studied media. I know how to use the microphone. I bought this microphone. I still haven't got it set up yet. Still learning now. I'm nearly 40 years old and I'm still learning about YouTube. And anyone who tells you that YouTube's now easy doesn't know anything about YouTube. Now, these channels, they've grown very quickly, and that's why they can say to you that YouTube is now in easy mode. Okay, so they've had a huge amount of growth in a very short space of time, and their opinion is YouTube's now in easy mode. My advice to them people is come back to me in 13 years time, okay, and tell me that you still think YouTube is in easy mode, because you might have success now, but that is not guaranteed. Okay, YouTube, and people forget this, is about growing a community. So you can get 1,000 subscribers in a couple of days. You could get 1 million views on your first video, but you could even have 10 successful videos in a row. You could have 10 flops and then grow a huge channel. But if you have no community on YouTube, and I know this is controversial because people say, oh, subscribers don't matter anymore. Why are they important? Because subscribers are going to be there. They're going to be the people who are there when your channel's failing, when you're not doing so well. They're the people that are going to carry you through the tough times. They are the super fans, the people who are going to support you in the long term, and nobody is entitled to subscribers. And of course, there are sometimes shortcuts, and I've thought about this recently, where you might see a trending topic. I study a lot of YouTube channels, and you'll see this is trending. Maybe if I make a video about that, I'll get a lot of views, but that is short term. That is getting views is short term. If you don't have a community on YouTube, what is the point in being here? In my opinion, this is the reason Facebook declined. For a lot of people, when Facebook allowed basically anyone to set up a business page very easily, you needed no skills to do it. All the time, you're just constantly being sold things by people who don't have high quality products, have no idea what they're doing, and it's like all the time, like my page, help me support my business. No one cares. Just like on YouTube, really, no one cares. I seen a quote recently which I think is really important to remember, which is YouTube doesn't serve creators, it pulls videos for viewers. And that is what you have to remember. You have to remember the viewer, your subscriber or non-subscriber, is the most important person who's going to watch your video. It's not how much money can I make or squeeze out of every single person, no matter how I might plan on doing it, whether it's ethically or unethically. My advice is there is no such thing as YouTube easy mode. And people are going to say, Ross, you are a failure on YouTube, so what do you know about YouTube? Listen, I can say how hard YouTube is because I've been on this platform for over 13 years. I've been up, I've been down, I've had multiple channels, I've had some videos that are successful, some that are not successful. I've worked with a lot of different creators, but I just wanted to get on quickly and say there is no such thing as easy mode on YouTube. It's hard work, it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of hard work. If you're out there now and you're weighing up whether you should spend thousands of pounds on a course from somebody who doesn't know anything about YouTube, my advice would be, please, for your sake, don't do it. And if you've got that kind of money and you're willing to just throw it away, spend it on something like a camera. I would say don't waste your money on a camera when you first start YouTube. But if I had the option of spending thousands of pounds on something, it definitely wouldn't be to somebody who knows absolutely nothing about YouTube. And I hope that helps. Lots of love. Goodbye.